Well, I'm joined by the one and only Mr. Sonny Edwards, looking very sunny as always. Go on, show me the hair. You've got to show me the hair to start with.
I just had it cut, to be honest, but
oh yeah,
I've
it's
got
looking slick. Looking
not
slick.
too bad. The
Looking
pigtails aren't
very
coming back.
slick indeed. Yeah. Big fight coming up for you against Muhammed Waseem, a very decorated amateur from Pakistan. Tell us about what you know about him, because we won't have seen him very much.
We sparred. He got beat by Maruti, his only defeat, who obviously I won my world title against. He's tough, slow-footed, he's game. But for me, I think he's now at a stage of career. I don't think any stage of his career to beat me, to be honest. But I think he's at a stage now where since the Maruti fight 3.5 years ago, I think he's been on a steady decline, whether that's because of age, whether it's because now he's training with my old trainer, Danny Vaughan. I don't know, who knows. But don't get me wrong, you never overlook someone. You prepared diligently. I take this job very seriously. I don't do anything else. So if I'm not going to take it seriously, what am I doing? And I'm looking forward to really putting on a performance. But I would be probably the most shocked person in the arena in the world if this doesn't go my way, because I think I'm levels above him. But I've got to show it. I've got to get into the first 3 rounds, and I've got to show it and show him, and then express myself and do what I need and want to do.
He's got heavy hands if you let him, I think. That's the thing with him. And the key is, I mean, you're so elusive. Your style is so elusive. Once you get that rhythm, you look almost impossible to hit now. It's, it reminds us of the bygone era of boxers who really did keep to that old adage of hit and not be hit,
Yeah, I think I've always had good reactions anyway. My reactions are crazy, like outside of it. I'm talking driving, I'm talking something about to hit me and me moving out the way. To anything, my reactions have always been very fine-tuned anyway. Probably boxing's helped it, but yeah, he is heavy-handed. I wouldn't necessarily say, don't get me wrong, everyone else would probably disagree. But me having sparred him, having us traded leather, I don't spar like a fight. You know what I mean? Like I have it out a bit more. One step out and ready to go again. I don't particularly think he's any more heavy-handed than me. He probably had a few opponents that he stopped because you're supposed to stop him. Like, even though I've only stopped 4 people, I've stopped everyone I'm supposed to, and I've not stopped anyone I weren't supposed to, really looking at their records, looking who else fought them, heavier-handed people. So, yeah, that is what it is. If he thinks I can't hit him or hurt him, he's going to be in for a rude awakening. I mean, any fight I've had, they always seem reluctant just to keep walking forward, because when they do walk onto shots, it's stinging them. You know what I mean? It's as simple as that. And I don't think he's just going to go all hell for the leather, because I don't think he's got the engine to do it. I don't think he's got the ability to do it. It'll be his plan to disrupt me and my rhythm. Normally, I get 3 rounds into the fight, win the first, win the second, even though they try and put a lot more into the second, get their rhythm by the end of the third, and then spend the next 9 rounds just doing whatever I want to do. That's pretty much how I've had so far. And long may it continue. I think I'm an extremely hard fighter to win over 12 rounds against. Because once I get into the rhythm and your patterns, and I've seen your tells, and fighters don't try and learn or try and work on 5 or 6 or 7 different rhythms and styles. I do, and I'm using them and changing them all the time. I'll go for square on, I go southpaw, I go orthodox, I go coming forward, I go going backwards, I go hands down, I go hands up, I do Philly shell, I do cross, I do every single sort of different style, and just keep blending them and mixing them, so you can't read me. Too unpredictable. I offer my chin and hit you with a left hook. Like, really, these fighters are working everything in the same pace, trying to perfect the same thing. But for me, they just get predictable. And like I said, I don't think he's had a good consecutive pair of rounds in the boxing ring since he got out of the Maruti fight in 2018. And he's going to need 7 at least, 8, 9 to do me, I think. People overlook how tough I am. I mean, 17-0, I've got all the way to world titles, British titles, all them international titles, against some solid punchers, against some decent scrappers. And even though I've been down twice, both times when I've been switched off, really. And the rounds leading up to the point of me getting put down, the rest of the round, and then the rest of the fight, for both occasions I've ever been down in my life, I've stood the opponent on the head. You know what I mean? So it never seen me hurt. You've seen me take shots, seen me walk onto shots, I can take them. I don't mind. I don't mind taking a shot. I don't mind someone backing me up and pinning me in a corner for a little bit and tucking up and blocking and countering. And I live for all of that. It's all like the theatre. Do you know what I mean? It's the drama of the theatre.
Two words that are coming to mind with all these things you're saying: boxing IQ, and you really have it. You have a great intelligence. Like I said, you're such a quick thinker. I follow you on social media, and I really enjoy your wittiness. You really take people on social media as well, and I think it's one of the outstanding things about you that really speaks of you and shows your kind of. I'm sure you're a mellow guy. I know you're a mellow guy, but that kind of the spite, the competitiveness that comes out of you comes out on social media as well, doesn't it?
For me, that's just like verbal sparring. It's like wit. Like I don't take cussing matches personal. I've lived up on school playgrounds with very, very cute minds. Like I went to a grammar school. County grammar. Like, these lads were all getting straight A's and A stars and could write 10,000 words without even thinking about what the next word they were writing, and that translates into school playground. Like it's witty, so but it's never personal with me. So even though people might go over the top of me and I might go over the top of them, for me it's never personal, because what's that old shit saying? Sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. Like so, yeah. But at the same time, when I'm online, you'll say sometimes I'll sit down for like 3-4 hours and think, let me have a go on Twitter today.
I know, I watch it.
Anyone and everyone, if anyone wants to have the conversation, it's like an open chat room. So people be like, why are you replying to him? He's only got 3 followers. Because it's content. You know what I mean? It's like how I've become like I know it's a bit sad really, because I didn't really mean it to be like this ever. Because people used to ignore my Twitter stuff. I've been doing it forever. It's not like I've just started jumping on it. Like before I was even a boxer, not before I was a boxer, sorry. Before I was a professional boxer or any sort of limelight, I was on Warrior boxing forums, and anyone that remembers that, it was like that was friends, family, and people involved in the amateur boxing circuit arguing over decisions and talking about robberies. Like that was as toxic as anywhere. People
the underground. It's like the underground, isn't it?
People used to like cuss each other in the amateur shows. You know what I mean? Like it was not like this. This Twitter's like PG in comparison to that. So I've grew up in the acceleration age of social media. Like I remember getting Facebook the first ever time to get some pictures of me fighting when I was 12 years old, because they were uploaded on Facebook. Before that, it was Bebo. You know what I mean? It was like I've grew up through the social media, and I've got quick fingers and quick wit, and now I've got like a sort of a platform where I can say a few tongue-in-cheek things, a few serious things.
People get you. No, they get you. I think they get you, Sonny. You know, and it's an enjoyable thing, and it evolves. Let me ask you about 2 things that come together. I wanted to ask you about whether you'd seen Chocolatito Gonzalez against Cesar Roma Martinez last week, and also, you know, you put out there, I think, and he's put out there, I'm happy to fight the second brother, i.e. he's fought Charlie already. What did you think of that performance? And is Martinez, I mean, it's a naturally explosive kind of fight that we'd all love to see as well, if you want to do it.
Yeah, I mean, I've been antagonizing them lot and trying to get reaction out of them lot for the best part of, well, definitely since I won my world title. I was like, you lot can have it now. Do you know what I mean? First thing I did, really. You know, a few fundraisers later with the No Drugs No Champions t-shirts, a few interviews where I'm having choice words to say about the drugs cheats in our sport that pollute it, corrupt it, and then the sanctioning bodies that cover it up and give them the green light. It's all a bit, but that by the wayside, that is the fight that everyone is, well, before that, more people, maybe a few less now, was pointing at, saying, well, he beat Sonny, he knocked him out in 3 or 4 rounds. Attach that with the number one, he's the number one by the Ring magazine, even though the previous number one with the Ring magazine I beat in the boxing ring. So I don't know how you beat the number one and then they put another number one. It's like, okay, if you want me to keep beating number ones, that's fine. I'll probably end up beating him, become Ring magazine champion, and be number 2 to Nakatani. It probably won't happen, like, somehow. Like, it's But that's all immaterial to me. I want the belt back in the family, WBC title. I do think it'll look better around my waist than my brother's, especially next to the IBF title. And the Ring magazine has been a dream of mine. Like, I remember seeing that belt in the flesh when Lomachenko brought it over. My brother fought Martinez. My universe is always aligned. It's crazy, always aligned. I seen it and took a picture of it with a little zoom in at the public, the press, the weigh-in, I think it was. And that is so much to me. And then to add the background storyline, the knockdown that led to the foul punch about 2 seconds after he'd been on the floor, blindsided him. Why he did that still, I don't know to this day. The no contest that really should have been a disqualification. The Charlie that I knew being weight drained, getting in the ring, and also the Charlie that I knew that had told me and my coach and the team that this was the last time I was making flyweight because the check weights were too hard. I get a lot of confidence in knowing all those factors. And like, not trying to talk down on my brother, because I mean this across the board. I'm not my brother. I'm not my brother. So if he's sitting there getting all the confidence in the world, that my brother will probably be the first to tell you that I'm not my brother. My brother's always said I'm a special fighter, like, because what I do and what I possess in here and the heart and the toughness that I've got and where my soul is in the boxing ring. I don't look for excuses. You'll never, ever see me after the 6th round sit down and go to Grant, oh, I'm tired, my hand hurts. There's been times when I've snapped 2 ligaments in my ankle. I've got my ankle's fucked, and Grant's gone, you're all right. And I went, yeah. 8.5 rounds later, I'm still fighting. I couldn't walk for 6 weeks after it.
Yeah.
I don't have that.
No, I hear you. I
don't have that quick. And Martinez, I do genuinely think I beat Waseem, which was like, I can't see me not beating Waseem, I'll be real, but I can't see me ever losing against anyone. So
would you like Chocolatito on the record?
Yeah, I mean, if you gave me now like a little script I could write, yeah, beat Waseem, beat Martinez, then have a crack at Chocolatito and go beat him as well. Like, that little run of 3 fights could make me one of the all-time greats out of this country. Because even though we've had good fighters, a lot of fighters are good. Their resumes are good. They are. But if I beat a Maruti, a Martinez, and a Chocolatito in the space of 4 or 5 fights, like, that's a lot of competition to be trying to, all by what, 27?
Yeah, I think you'd be Ring Magazine #1 then.
Magazine.
Let me ask you before I let you go as well. The British Boxing Board, we're speaking on Thursday, and you're heading off to Dubai early next week, I assume. Yeah.
Yeah, Monday. Yeah.
What's your take on the Boxing Board of Control today? This is a more controversial thing, or maybe not controversial. The Boxing Board of Control today deciding that they are going to suspend all Russian and Belarusian boxers from boxing in this country in the wake of Putin's invasion of Ukraine.
Well, even though on Twitter, I'm very quick to just start spouting any sort of left, right, and centre. I understand the sensitiveness of this topic, and for me, like, any conflict, for me, like, I'm against, and it don't matter the reason.
In that way, yeah.
I think in the 21st century, yeah, like, why we even have countries holding on to billion-pound missiles that, if exploded, would wipe out and radio and what's the word? And would why am I radioactive?
With
Radioactive wastelands.
Yeah.
Like, why are they still a thing? First and foremost. But another thing I have a problem with is, one thing I will say without, I don't know what I believe in. One thing I'm annoyed at is the whole Chelsea situation. I'll be real, but I'm a Chelsea fan, so that's why that is. You know what I mean? But with all the politics and the war and the whatever's going on, I don't really know. But whilst the media is pointing at Russia and Ukraine, yeah, America's bombing Somalia, Yemen's getting bombed, Palestine's getting bombed. Like, there's just a lot going on around the world, and it's heartbreaking, really. Like, we're in a year that this shouldn't need to even be happening. Like, we're not animals. Like, why is this still going on? The British board following suit of, I play FIFA. I jumped on FIFA yesterday, and the Russian kits aren't on there. The Russian badges aren't on there. So I guess they're just following suit. So I guess I kind of agree if they're following like, but I don't know. Like the people, actual people. I believe in people. I don't believe in country lines. I don't believe in religions. Not that I don't believe in them. I don't believe in them being separated, if that makes sense. Like, yeah, we're constantly encouraged in this world to be divided. We're constantly encouraged in this world to be segregated as people, to have tension between different groups of people. And for me, I don't like it, like, because I take people on face value, and I think this whole world is rotten and completely off the natural course of history. Should have gone anyway. For whatever reason, that's going into a whole nother topic. But I don't know, me personally, if you ask me what I'd want to happen is that all conflict ceased and no one ever died at war again. Everything was decided over conversations and meetings and summits and votes. And but then again, that clearly don't work, because obviously there's still countries that need to invade, and I have my reasons as to why certain countries might want to be in other countries. Usually it's monetary gain, usually. Like, I don't know, that's where I sort of see the route. You follow the money, you follow the evil. It's hard just being a speck. Like, I'm looking right now at a map of the world as I'm saying this, and I am a tiny little speck of dust, or not even dust. It would be probably even less than that, and my voice pretty much counts for nothing. I'm a stupid boxer, but anytime that there's women, children, men, sons, fathers, uncles, brothers losing their life because people in suits are telling them to go, like don't sit right with me. And it can never. Warfare now, I'd prefer if warfare was in trenches and people looking at each other and stopping to play football on Christmas like in the World War days. Now it's a 360 million pound plane dropping a 10 million pound bomb to blow up a hut or a building or a nursery or a church. It's heartbreaking, to be honest, for me. I think, like, you asked the wrong person, because I don't know if they should. I don't know if they shouldn't. I don't know if it's good. I don't know if it's bad. I don't know anything. I'm just a stupid boxer that's about to go do 12 rounds and defend a shiny red belt. Like,
well, listen, no, but your sentiments are well placed, and you're right. We are all, like, in the universe, we're all a speck of sand in the Sahara. That's what we are, you know. So
I know some people, they hold a lot more of the sand by influence, and you know. And but one thing I will say is, I never look at the world leaders as world leaders, because there's no way that there's just one person dictating the whole country and, oh, we're going to war now. Do you know what I mean? That can't be it. If that's it, wow, that's scary. Like, even Boris Johnson, am I really sat there thinking that he's making every decision, just sat there scratching his head? No, he's hosting parties. He's not.
But the important thing is we're talking about it and people are showing solidarity and all those things. Listen, I'm going to let you go. I wish you all the best in the East next week. It's great to see you. Great to see you alive and on form, like really switched on as well, as always. Thanks for your time, Sonny.
No, I appreciate you, man. Thank you for your time.